at a certain point, I moved from Adelaide to Melbourne, and I had I
Yeah.
had a band for a few years, or not a few years, a couple of years, called A Singing Dog.
Okay. I
And
like the name.
in that band, I actually, that was in like about 81, 82. And in that band, I wrote a lot of songs that ended up being Lubricated Goat songs.
And were there any of the same band members at that point or
Yeah, there
different?
was.
Because I know in Salamander Jim, you had some of the same members that moved on, right? One or two members that moved on
Yeah,
to Lubricated Goat.
yeah.
So you've been kind of consistent with playing with a lot of the same people over time, even if it's in different bands.
Yeah, well, I mean, especially when I came over to America, I brought all my friends
Yeah.
that were trying to come to America,
Right. Right.
So I had this band. The drummer in the band, A Singing Dog, did end up
Uh huh.
being in Lubricated Goat because we
Was
played
that
together
Martin?
in London a few years
Uh
later.
huh.
I bumped into him in a club in London in like 1985, but I played with him in like 82 in Melbourne, and then encouraged him to move to Sydney. And
Yeah.
after we had reacquainted ourselves, and then he was the main drummer in Lubricated Goat.
And was that Martin or was
No,
that
that was
somebody
Brett
different?
Ford, and he was on the first two Lubricated Goat albums.
Devil's Music and Paddock of Love.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay. Yeah. 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 And those are
and
the records I know. I know
yeah,
best. I know there was a third LP that I don't think I've actually spent any time with that
yeah. Well, I mean,
also
some of
came
the
out
other
on.
stuff's a bit of a mess, you know. What's that? You know that thing
If
that
it,
they say you have your whole life to write your first album and very short
yeah.
times to write the next ones, all that kind of stuff.
Well, it might be a mess, but it's a glorious mess
Yeah.
as
Well,
as
so
far
the
as I'm
first
concerned.
Lubricated
Yeah.
Goat album were brand new songs, and the second album was where we did songs that I had written in like 1982.
Oh, really? Paddock
Yeah,
of Love?
yeah.
Okay.
And in fact, the bass player from A Singing Dog was in a band in Melbourne called The Wreckery. You know about Hugo Race? He's like a kind of a Nick Cave contemporary type guy.
No, I don't think I do.
Well, he's a well-known kind of Nick Cave style musician in Melbourne. Was actually in the Bad Seeds on the first album, and
So from back then, from way
yeah,
back.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So this guy Nick Barker was playing with him and touring, and he happened to be in Sydney at the time when we went into the studio. So he came in, and we played a bunch of songs that we hadn't played for like 4 or 5 years on
Yeah.
the Paddock of Love album.